Today, we're going to be coloring extensions. Now the trick is to get it the exact proper color. And as you can see here, they are. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're going behind that piece so that you can't see it. We can still use it. Now we can still use this because you can't see where it was taken. All right, here we go. We're going to glue one more. We smush it down. Put some glue on top. Bob is your uncle. Done. Now we've got 4 of these to practice with. You see, we did these 2. And we got 4 more to go. So anyway, we did these 3. And as you can see, they're too dark. We need a little bit of lighter color. So now we're going to try these and see how we do with them.
Which is very strange. It's with the ones I just did. So I did this. 8 being the lightest color is an 8. So I did a level 8 on here. And I wanted a 7. So I wanted one shade darker. So you can mix a 6 and 8 to make 7. And it's actually lighter.
Oh, I don't know. It looks...
No, it's not darker.
You think?
Yeah, it's actually lighter.
Huh.
Do you notice that?
Interesting. Maybe you didn't get quite enough of the...
I used exactly equal measurements. That's very weird.
What about these?
Those are all too red.
Too red, huh?
Yeah. And I didn't add any red. I added ash. And it's still too red and too dark.
Well, maybe it's... is this real human hair or is it synthetic?
Yeah, they're all human hair.
It's human hair. That's real human hair. Somebody sold their hair to make this. Can you believe it? Now we're just going to try a straight 7-0 and see how that works out.
And then I think...
All right, so we're going to try a straight 7.
Color touch. And I'm going to try a straight 6.
So how do we make it?
So this is the straight 7.
So
they're different companies, so the mixing directions are different.
So what do we got to do?
We
got to...
So we're this is a 7/0. This will be a 6N.
All right, so first we're going to squish it. How do you formulate it?
Well, this company is 1 to 2 parts, so it's 1 part of color to 2 parts of developer.
Okay, so that's
about one part.
That's 1 part there?
And this is old.
Well, how do you get it into the thing?
Like this.
And that's it?
2 parts of the developer, which is this stuff.
What is the developer? Let me see. What's the name of that stuff?
I'm going to use the brush to put that on.
That's the developer. So you got to do 2 of those?
Yeah, because this calls for 2 to 1.
So that's 2 of those to 1 of the other thing. And what is that stuff called? Color Touch. 1.9% emulsion. Okay, now you got to smush it together with that, right? It doesn't really go together very good, does it?
It does. It's old. I don't need very much. It'll all emulsify up.
When you say emulsify, you mean it gets thicker?
No, it all just mixes up together.
Oh, it mixes together. So that agent, that Color Touch, is an emulsifier?
No, it's a low volume peroxide.
Oh, it's a low volume peroxide. So, and then the other thing is the color.
Right.
And that's a dog barking.
See how that came together?
Yeah, much better. But it's light. It's not as dark as...
No, the oxidization is not what color you get. This is like a pinky beige, so this is not the color. This is actually straight.
Okay, so this is going to be the 7, right?
This is a 7.
So we're going to smush that on
And I
there.
have to do it. This one, they're both going to be a little damp.
So you got to dampen them. Okay, somebody sneezed. And then we're going to grab a little thing and just kind of wipe off the excess. Try to get it in the center so that it's easier to paint. Okay, now we're going to grab our paintbrush and we're going to paint. And that's it, right?
That's it for this one.
How much do you have to get? Do you really have to smush it together?
Well, I just want to make sure it's combed through well.
So it's got to get on every single one of those hair follicles.
Because if you don't cover it completely, you will get spots.
You don't call it a follicle. What do you call each strand of hair? Just a strand of hair?
Yeah.
Oh, and then she combs it out with that thing. We're going to put even more on there. And then how long does it take to dry?
This should stay on 20 minutes.
20 minutes that's going to take. We're not going to videotape for 20 minutes.
Same with the other.
All right.
So that's that one. Now I'm going to mix up for the 6.
Okay, now we're going to do the 6. So we got to clean this out before we can mix the other one up. And then we're going to do this one. This one here is going to be the 6. And we're going to do the same thing for that. You want to make sure you get all the utensils and the bucket that you mixed it in clean. Also drying it out, make sure it doesn't have any of that residue on there.
Here.
So this is our 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so now this will be a little bit different. It's not in a tube.
No, it's not as thick.
So this one, we're going to do one. What do we do with this one?
This is 1 to 1.
Okay, so we put one part of that, one part of this.
No, that's 2 different companies.
Oh, no, we're not going to use that. We're going to use something else. Whoa, damn it.
And it splashed everywhere.
Did it get everywhere?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you don't let it spill out.
whatever.
All right, just set that there. Okay, so now we're going to get one part of this. Drop it in there. Put our cap back on. And now what are we going to use in this one for the emulsifier? Apparently we're going to use this thing right here, which is a Röntgen Shades of EQ. And we're just going to do one of those because this company's different, right? A lot of chemistry involved in this process of hair doing. And we just dump that in there. We got to get our little scraper out, or I think I'm starting to get having a reaction to this stuff.
No, there's no reaction to this.
Oh, okay. Might have been something I ate. All right, so now what are we going to do? We're mixing it up. I noticed already it's a different color.
Well, they all do different.
All right, so we're going to wet that again. We're wetting that again and drying it off. And we're putting a time on. We forgot our time. 1:20. So we got to go to...
It's fine.
All right, so we know what time we got to look at it. All right, here we go. Now we're going to put our juice on. We got to get our paintbrush. And we're going to do it a little bit differently with this one. We're using the other brush. Here, let me help. Let me pull it up a little bit so you can get it. There we go.
I mean, this should come out really dark, but since the 7 did not come out dark at all.
And this is a 6N, so as you go down in numbers, it gets darker, or does it get lighter?
No, up.
Okay, so if I go to a 5, would it even be darker?
Yes.
And I go to a 4, it'd be even super darker.
Yes.
And if I had a 1, it would be like black. All right, so that's that, right? Now we just have to wait?
Where did I put the brush that I just cleaned out? Did I put
There's
it
a
away?
brush right here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
See it?
Do that.
Okay. All right, we have to wait now, right?
Yep.
Oh, you're going to brush it still.
Well, I just want to make sure it's all even.
But you did clean that brush out so it doesn't have that stuff in that brush. That's important. Looks good. All right, looking good.
See, the 7.0 it's really dark.
So this is dark and this is lighter. And that's supposed to be darker than this.
Well, this hasn't oxidized yet.
All right,
so
let's give it a chance to
in
do
essence, this should be darker than this, yes.
that. Okay, well, we'll come back in a couple of minutes and look at it.
3.
Those are the two.
7.3. Oh, and a 7.3 with gold. It's all two. Maybe 30, 40 bucks.
Per
Those are
one
cheaper.
or for all of them?
This set of 4.
So like $30 for those.
Those were cheaper ones.
Wash out this
That
second.
actually might look pretty good. See, now it's also darker, wetter. Wait, 120? That's not right. Why'd I put 120?
I don't know. When you put that down there, it was like 5 minutes still.
That's what I thought. So it's only 10 minutes now. I'll wait another 5.
All right.
But this one, that may be something.
Okay. We got to wait another 5, 10
As long as
minutes.
it's not too green. I'm going to wait this another 5 minutes.
So you have to put how many sets of foils on this?
Probably at least 2, but it should be almost 3. So if I did this, And then I did low light.
So you can have 3 different colors on there?
2 different colors.
Oh, okay.
That dark color and then this blonde color.
So you leave the blonde on the bottom.
Right. So, but see, I also have to. My first thing I have to do is do a root drag, and I have to make all this dark down to as much as I can.
So this is going to be
I mean,
dark.
the whole thing I have to make like her natural root color, which is like almost like that, almost like this. I wonder. As long as it doesn't look too green, that looks pretty ashy.
I think that's going to work. We got to wait and see.
It's got a green tint to it.
We're going to try this 7GB, and what are we going to use? The other?
6N.
6N to try to take away a little bit of the green cast.
A little bit of gold to this. Just a drop. Did I forget my spoons? No. So if I did, just a drop of 7GB.
So we're just going to add a little bit?
I'm just going to add some. I don't have a 1/16 of a measuring spoon. So I want to add half of the gold. So 6.
And then you use even?
I want less than half of this. 7.
Oh, so we're mixing and matching now.
I just want a touch of this gold.
So we're doing it by eye and feel and gut instinct. Millions of years of doing this.
What's she sending me, Christine?
I don't know, something.
Oh. And then,
So now you've got to put like 2 of those in there.
well, no, I have to do 1 and then just a hair more. So that's 1. And just a drip. Too much.
That's enough, I think.
No, it's too much. Let's see if that makes any difference. Add a touch of gold to that. Hate when I don't remember which.
So do you just paint over it, or?
Shit. Oh no, I'm gonna do the other one.
Oh, we're going to do a whole
That's
different
probably
one.
the 7GB, and that's the 6.
And then we can compare them, see what's best. So we got a 7, we got a 6, and then we got a mixture of those 2. What were the flavors that you mixed in here?
7GB and a 6.
And a 6. All right, so we're going to find out if this takes the green out of it, right?
Adding a touch of gold.
We want to get a touch of gold. Gold finger. Ba, ba, ba. All right, here we go. Somebody is sending you TikToks.
Christine sending TikToks.
And the time right now, because we have to wait 20 minutes, right? It's about 10 after 1.
Yeah.
These other 2 should be pretty close to the 20-minute time limit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you going to brush it, or?
No, I did it. It's pretty smooth.
Okay, now we just have to wait, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Taking it into the kitchen for a rinse job.
I'm not going to rinse that yet. I'm going to wait a little bit longer.
We're going to wait a little bit longer on this one. I'll set it over here. It looks pretty dark.
Well, it's always darker, wetter, so it's
Oh.
almost half the shade, you know, darker, wetter than it is really.
So you got to kind of let it dry out. Do we dry it with a hairdryer?
With a blow dryer, yeah.
All right. Now what do we do? Now we're gonna blow dry it. Oh, guess we're tearing off that part, throwing it away. All right, now we're gonna go blow dry this thing.
Let's see.
Here we go.
And then that'll be ready to wash now. That color's more like a 6.
Let's see.
Yeah, and that is not.
And that was the 7, right?
Yeah.
So let's take a gander at it here.
Oh my Lord.
So what do you think?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is that gonna work? That's a no, right?
That's a no.
Okay.
Nope.
Can't use it on these. That's not gonna happen.
7 is oh, this is color and cider. Natural 6. And see,
Well, that's a lot lighter
These are
than
all
that.
these are all too gold. So this is actually, where's the 6?
There's a 6G.
No, 6N.
There's a 6N there.
6N.
It's called Morocco
Yeah.
sand.
See, they don't have a 7, so I mix the 8 and a 6 together to make something in between here, and this is what I got. This is on
That's
a much
way
more
lighter.
version here. So
That's
this
more
is
like a
really
9.
yeah, this is really supposed to look like that, and it doesn't. It came out a 9.
Huh.
But then I mixed a 6 and a 7 together, and
Came out lighter
came out
still.
even lighter.
So that's interesting.
So, and it could be just the hair itself is just not really good hair to color, because it's not really good hair to color.
Well, we'll find out.
What time
I
is
guess.
I leaving this on till?
You put that in at about 5 after, so you've got another probably 10 minutes.
Well, 7 now, right? No,
This was your mixture
This was
of-
7 GB, 6N.
So you had 6N and 7 GB on this one.
This is not quite as dark as that, but that looks better than the 6. That looks closer to the 6. But I think it's too green.
All right, we're ready to go dry it now. You don't think that'll drip all over the floor when we wash, do you? Not really. I don't. Is ashy green or is it? I thought ashy was like gray. Might come out purple. Okay, let's take a look at it. What do you think?
Dude, I'm
Oh,
serious.
now
I'm
I can see
asking.
it. Yeah, it's definitely greeny. But if you were the Joker, that would be perfect. Yeah, but it's molten glue, but you're burning my finger with that heater. That thing's hot. Did that burn your finger? There it is. Can't really see it here. What do you think? I thought it looked a little red.
So actually, there is a little more warmth than the
That might be it
than
right
the
there.
6, but
That might work.
where's the 6?
Yeah, look, it's a little bit darker.
See it? Well, it's not really darker, it's warmer. You see the little bit of gold in there
Okay.
compared to the green, or no? Do you see how this is a little ashy and this is a little warmer?
Yep. Absolutely. All right, I think we might have it.
But more looks like this might be okay.
So when you put it on there, it doesn't look ashy. It looks like that's going to work.
That looks kind of a neutral.
I think you discovered the exact formula. All right, let's
No,
do
I
one.
don't know.
Let's do it.
No, I can't just do it.
Why not? All right, so before we do these, we think we've got it, and it's this one here, but you've got to get the person here, look at their hair. Look at their hair and make sure that that's the one that you that matches her hair color. So that's the next phase.